Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So we are going to start the new chapter. Basically, this is the third and last chapter, really, in the types of irregularities that we are doing. So we have already done, um, um, we have done mudal, we have done mahmuz, and now the third irregularity is al-mu'tal, which means vowels. And in this is quite a long, chapter, a heavy chapter, and it's divided into 5 parts, which is basically 5 kinds of irregularities. First of them is al-mithal. So let's look at the overall. Let's see, take a bird's eye view, basically, of this this reason which causes irregularity in surf. So vowels in Arabic letters, there are 2 vowels, waw and ya, and they when appear as root letters. So they basically 5 instances. First is al-mithal, when your first root letter, fa letter, is a vowel. It can be mithal wawi, it can be a waw, it can be mithal ya'i, it can be a ya, your first letter. Then you have al-ajwaf, in which you have a middle letter, the ain letter, as waw or ya. Then the last one in this, at least this series, is naqis, where you have last letter, the lam letter, waw, or you have it la, ya. Then comes the category where you have 2 root letters, which are vowels in 3 letters. And mafruq basically means distance. So you can see there is a distance between the 2 vowels in the root letter. So al-lafif, al-mafruq is one of the reasons for forming for irregularity in surf. And then we have al-lafif, al-makroon, which means the 2 last letter an and lam are vowels. And so we are today only going to look at al-mithal, wawi, and ya'i both. So let's look at al-mithal. You have mithal wawi. So first letter is a waw, fa letter is a waw. We will look at thulathi mujarrad, the small families, and we will look at big families first. Then we will go to mithal ya'i, when you have the first letter as ya, and then we will look at small families, and we will also look at big families. So let's start with Mithal Wawi, and we are only going to do Sarf Saghir. We are not doing Sarf Kabir, because as you can see that Mithal Wawi, Mithal means the first letter. So really Sarf Kabir is starting in from the last letter, so there is not going to be any effect on the conjugation in Sarf Kabir. However, Sarf Saghir in Mudare, yes, in container we have Yant, the first letters which determine the first person and second person singular basically, and then I, me, I, we, and you, and he. So these are, so they will, you will see how they get affected. That's not a big thing. So that will be addressed over here. So let's start with Thulathi Mujarrad first. So one of the things that you will see over here, that wow will be dropped in Mudare, and because uh, it will not appear in Amar. And why it will not appear in Amar? That's because the Amar is actually derived from Mudare. So since Mudare will have wow dropped, so Amar will also not have wow in it. Then we will see that wow, when it is making U sound, and you will see how that happens, it will transform to ya. Then you will also see that there are 2 masters in small families, and we will see how that is. One is something that is formed by because of this irregularity, and one is the one which we usually learn. It's not the same for all the families, so you will see how. So over here we have root letter waw and dal, and in this root letter we are putting it in daraba yadribu family, and you see over here that waw is dropped, and because of that the amar and nahi, waw is also not appearing over here. Another type of irregularity is that midrabun, with actually with wow it would have been me u adun. So eu sound was actually smoothed out, and instead of wow over here they put ya. in order to smooth all of them. So this is how, instead of mi adun and mi adatun and mi adun, mu adun, it's smoothed out with ya. So this is how wow was transformed to ya over here. And here you see one masdar darban, but over here we have one wa'dan like darban, and then we also have wa'idatan with tamarbuta. This is formed because of this irregularity. So let's look at big families now. So big families, again, U sound will be formed by wow, and that will be changed to ya. Then you will also see that when the root letter is wow in Iktaraba family. So Iktaraba family has in its container ta. Iktaraba's ta is actually the container letter. So when this wow, the first letter meets the the container letter of Iktaraba, it will merge and it will form ta shadda. And this you will see in Iktaraba family how this forms ta shadda. Then let's look at the first Allama family. So there's actually no irregularity in Allama family. Wakkara, yuwakkiru, tawkiran, and all the way down there, there's no irregularity. It's conjugated in the regular manner. Similarly, in Jahada also, we don't find any irregularity. It's conjugated regularly and it's not causing any sort of irregularity. Let's come to Aslama family. So in Aslama, actually there is only one irregularity which is caused in the masdar. So basically this Islaman, because of waw being the first letter, waw, jeen, seen. So iv jazan or iu jazan. So iu was changed to e jazan. So this was smoothed out, the waw with ya. Then you will see the Allama family does not have any irregularity and it's conjugated in a regular fashion. Then, as I told you about Iqtaraba family, so the root letter was Waw, Ha, Dal. I think I should add the root letters also over here. I'll try to add in the PDF over here the root letters of all the you know the fails that we have formed with these families. So anyway, so over here we have Waw, Ha, Dal, and Waw merged with the Ta in the Iqtaraba family, and then it became Ta Shadda. And this is how it's showing up in all the forms, all the sigas. Then we have Istakbara family. So over here, really, there is only one thing over here in the Masdar where it would have been Istighfaran would have been Istiyuqadan. EU sound would have been formed, so that was smoothed out with transforming it to Ya. But otherwise, there is absolutely no other irregularity. So this is fairly simple. Now let's look at Mithal Wawi in Sarf Sagir of, oh sorry, it should be Misal Yai. Let me just fix it right now. So yeah, so Misal Al Yai. So basically over here, you can see that we are doing small family first. So yeah, again will be transformed. If it's making EU sound, it will be transformed to wow. Similarly, just like wow was transformed to ya in order to smooth it, ya will be transformed to wow if it's making EU sound. So let's see how is that happening. Over here, we just see over here, we see that it's making a UE. So basically, yusma'u would have been UE, u, UE asu, UE asu. So basically, UE would have, u, uh, so basically, this would have been U E Su. So U E sound was not really sounding well. So this was transformed to wow over here. So instead of ya, over here we have wow. And this is the only thing that we have over here. Otherwise, everything else seems fairly simple and regular. Then we see in big families, again, the EU sound will cause the transformation of ya to wow. So we will see in Allama family, there is absolutely no irregularity over here. It's been conjugated the way it is. and there's absolutely no irregularity over here. So now we are going to move to the big families, really. So Aslama, in Aslama, really, we just see this over here is the irregularity where Yuslimu, basically it would have been UE, 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 UEKinu, basically. So UE wouldn't have sounded really well. So basically that was changed to wow in order to smooth it. So it became UKinu. So UEKinu was changed to UKinu. And that's the only thing which is irregular over here. Over here also we see the same thing, uh, really. Uh, and over here also we see the same thing. Over here also. So everywhere E was smoothed out where you have oo-e sound. So that was smoothed out in order to make oo. So wa was replaced with it. And then over here we see aslima, aikina, Aikin, sorry, Aslim, Aikin is the way it is. So basically, Ya is the root letter Ya, which is the root letter Ya is appearing only in Madi, it's appearing only in Masdar, and it's appearing only in command, the Amr. Otherwise, all the other are transformed to Wow. You can see over here. Then over here we see that there is just over here ustufiru, which is the madi lil majhul, madi mabni lil majhul. So it would have been ustu e kina, which wasn't really sounding well. So they changed it to ustu kina, sorry. And that is how it was. Ya was replaced with wow over here. But otherwise, there was actually no other irregularity in this, or the other are conjugating really regularly over here. So this brings us to the end of the al-mithal, al-mu'tal al-mithal. And if there are any outstanding questions, please feel free to ask on the group, and inshallah they will be addressed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.